So, what's the verdict?
Well, there's good news and bad news.
Of course. So what's the bad news?
Well, the bad news is I still don't know how these things work, and we can't get rid of these bracelets without them.
And the good news?
The good news is these are definitely the keys. The magic in them resonates the same type of magic that's in these bracelets. Though I just wish I knew information about how to use them.
Yeah, no offense, but your contacts were kind of a bust. Maybe we should try some of mine.
Khan, I thought you hated magic.
Oh, I do. But I also know some people who specialize in arcane problem solving. Maybe they can spot something that we missed.
Well, it couldn't hurt. Still, I say we should... What's startling you? Is it just me, or is the pain increasing further down the line as we go along?
Oh, God! Ah! Oh! Ah! I think you may be right. Review first, then we figure out who to call next.
I really hope we figure out a solution soon. I just don't like where we're heading in this.
Monsters, monsters, so bizarre. M-O-N-S-T-E-R. Monsters, monsters, yes we are. Monster, monster, high, monster, high, monster, so bizarre. M-O-N-S-T-E, monster, monsters. The party never dies. Monster, monster, high, monster, monster, high. Freaky, chic and fly, monster high. We're student bodies, we've got spirits, yes we do. We've got spirits, how about you? We've got spirits, yes we do. We've got spirits, how about you?
Okay. You ready to go?
Yeah, I think so. So what's up for today's movie? More parables on tolerance and acceptance?
Yeah. But in a new way.
What do you mean?
Well, this show's pretty well covered the whole racism aspect of life. But let's see how Frankie and company deal with some good old-fashioned sexism.
Seriously?
Yes, seriously. This is Friday Night Frights.
I'm gonna guess it's a sports movie by this title. Yep, this is a sports movie, alright.
Ultimate Roller Maze is the most amazing sport at Monster High.
Will you shut up, Frankie?
Okay then, let's flash back to the previous season where Monster High is playing against their rivals, the Granite City Gargoyles. And Laguna enlightens Abby, as well as the audience, exactly what the hell is going on here.
Do not see the big deal about skate game. I have been skating since I was knee-high to Yak.
Roller skate game. No, it's so much more than that, love. Skultimate Roller Maze, or Scream as we call it, is a race through an ever-changing labyrinth. Each team has to make their way through a course chock full of traps and dangerous obstacles as they try to get one of their teammates across the finish line. Winning is all about how you adapt to what the course throws at you, how well you work as a team, and the ability to think on your feet while moving at breakneck speeds.
Basically, it's extreme roller derby with a race aspect to it. Huh. Sounds like a weird video game concept.
That is one of the most ridiculous things I've ever heard.
No one wants to lose their crest, so the race can get pretty aggro.
Get him!
Wait a second. If everybody in the stands saw Gil and Deuce go down, then they would have spotted the Gargoyles cheating. They should be disqualified by now.
You are aware we're only 3 minutes into the movie, right?
Alright. Plot genius blindness strikes again.
With Gil and Deuce out of the game, Monster High tags in 2 replacement players and...
Wait, hang on a minute. We have a new character coming in with you. It's time for Who's That Ghoul?
Manny Tor. Like Gil, we've seen Manny here and there in the other specials and movies we looked at. Obviously, he's a Minotaur, but he's also kind of a bully. Pun intended, I'm sure.
And because of the obvious bull connection, a running gag, at least until later in the series, is that anytime he sees red, he loses his mind and starts pursuing whoever taunted him with it. Which begs the question why the hell the t-shirt he normally wears is red as well.
Overall, Manny's more of a jerk than an actual tormentor, and his character softens up considerably after this movie.
So Heath and Manny tag in, and it seems like Monster High has a fighting chance of winning. But the Gargoyles exploit Manny's weakness, resulting in Manny taking out Heath and tripping up one of the Gargoyles in the process, leaving Claude alone to try to win the match.
The Granite City Gargoyles are awarded the Monster High Crest.
Unfortunately, it would appear that losing the crest has some fairly dire consequences for Monster High.
As Frankie Claudine talked to new character Venus McFlytrap, who makes her debut here, Toralei shows up to rub it in.
Oh, go Gargoyles!
Hell yeah, that shit was awesome! Oh, you're talking about the opposing school. Never mind.
As Toralei walks off, the others notice some severe damage happening to the school, which leads them to Bloodgood and Exposition Central.
When Granite City won, they took the Monster High crest, and with it, our school spirit.
You mean like a symbol and stuff?
No, Frankie, an actual spirit. It is the physical embodiment of our school pride. I don't know if Monster High will survive for long without it.
Really? That's so stupid. I mean, if the crest has been so important before, why have we never heard of it until now? I mean, is it just for the sport of Scream? Or is it for the other sports in the school? Stupid plot hole.
Actually, you know what? It is not a plot hole.
What? It's never been mentioned before, and it seems kind of important. How could this not be a plot hole?
Because it's a MacGuffin. A MacGuffin is essentially a driving motivator in a given story that gives the characters the impetus to act, but otherwise serves no real purpose in the narrative. While the literary device has been around for a while, the actual term is thought to have been coined by legendary filmmaker Alfred Hitchcock. Examples of famous MacGuffins include the Maltese Falcon, the briefcase in Pulp Fiction, the dude's rug in The Big Lebowski, the knock list in Mission Impossible, and probably the most famous one in film, Rosebud from Citizen Kane. It's not uncommon for MacGuffins to be introduced and then promptly forgotten about until the end of the story. In fact, sometimes they're just discarded entirely once the story's underway. In this case, the crest is the MacGuffin that gives Frankie and company the impetus to push on with the Scream season. If they don't, then there's no stakes and there's no consequences to everybody just saying, oh well, better luck next season, and consequently, no story.
Bloodgood tells the girls that the only way to get the crest back is to make it all the way to the championship game and beat the Gargoyles. This is more difficult than it sounds with half the team injured.
Oh, sorry, lads. You'll get them next time.
There won't be a next time. Unless Claude's okay, the whole season's washed down the drain.
Hey, guys.
Oh, no.
The vet says I'll be in a cast for 6 weeks.
Oh, there you are. I was so worried. I was afraid they were going to send you to that farm they sent your grandmother to.
I just...
That is the darkest thing I've ever heard in this show. Just... wow! Wow, I cannot believe the creators managed to slip that in there. Just...
Unfortunately, the lack of players and the blow to his ego causes Claude to do something rash.
Get it back when we play them again. No biggie.
How? We only have 2 healthy players. Forget it. There will be no more Skulltimate roller maze this year. I'm officially canceling the season.
Well, someone's a grumpy grump. Seriously, you don't have to cancel the season just because you're short-handed a couple players. It's just kind of stupid.
And Frankie and company think the exact same thing, and so they decide to hold tryouts for replacement players. Meanwhile,
Gloria finds pieces of evidence that Granite City High cheated, but she drops the investigation the moment she starts finding these strange robotic pieces around the stadium. And no one even asks her how the investigation is going either. Bloody hell, it's the sheep subplot from Basement Toyland all over again.
Meanwhile, at the tryouts, the others find plenty of able-bodied monsters, but there's one small problem with the majority of the candidates.
Sorry.
Okay, it can't be said that half the people in the world know how to skate, whether or not be roller skating or ice skating, while the other half don't really know how to do either one. But hell, it doesn't take practice to try and do it, either one of them, and just get good at it. I mean, I know how to roller skate a little bit, and ice skate a little bit as well, but given the fact I haven't done it in a few years, I feel like I'm going to be falling a lot if I try to go back on the sport again.
Laguna tries to give the boys some tips on skating, but of course they don't listen because they're like dudes, right? They're not taking some orders from a chick.
But Laguna shows off her moves and shuts them the hell up. This gives Frankie an idea.
You thinking what I'm thinking?
Depends. Were you thinking that Laguna should be on Scream Team? Or do you wonder why snowmen always smiling? Seems like very boring job.
Damn it! Another funny one for Abby. We need another counter for this. And that... Ooh, much better.
Frankie tries to convince Laguna to join the team, but there's rumblings of disagreement, and then an important point comes up.
Hey, hold on. Aren't there rules against girls playing? I don't think there is. Oh, yeah. Rebecca Steam. Rebecca what Steam? Rebecca Steam was the first Scream superstar all those years ago. Wow, I'd forgotten all about her. Count me in. I'll play.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. We're not playing on any team with a girl on it.
Why not?
Because it's a boys' sport.
Excuse me? What did you say?
Girls don't play Scream.
Ladies to Circle Plus. Sound off.
Really? Oh, that's imp shit.
Cloud Strife and Smash Bros. That's bullshit. Also, Monster High, bullshit, sure.
What just happened?
Also, girls can show much strength in roller skating as a guy can.
Hello? Yeah, I'd like to know what just happened, please.
There's a reason why men realize that women can be graceful and strong in roller derby, and they can be graceful in ice skating. Whatever girls can do, guys can do, and vice versa. You got it through your thick skull movie? Do you get it?
You're not gonna tell me what just happened, are you?
Later. For now, let's continue on with the review.
But there's no rule against it. In fact, the first Scream superstar was a girl, Rebecca Steam.
That's right. And you know what happened to her? She got demolished.
Wait a second. The reason you don't allow the girls to play Scream is because one got hurt over 100 years ago? That is the fourth most stupidest thing that I have ever heard.
So, with no support from Claude or any of the other boys, Frankie and company start training for the next Scream match. But there's a couple of problems.
Namely, Laguna, Claudine, and Abby are all naturals. Clea is worse than useless, and she just flat out refuses to do anything, while Frankie, Jack, and Laura are unskilled. This nearly leads to disaster when a team is training in the halls.
nothing. I've been swinging on chandeliers since before I learned to walk.
Nice reference to her father there, movie.
Hey, we could totally use you for the new Scream team. Our first game is tomorrow. Want to join?
Sweetie, I don't join anything. Especially something as conformist and traditional as organized team sports. Ugh, not really a rah-rah, do-it-for-your-school type of ghoul. You know what I'm saying? Take care now.
I don't know what she just said, but man, that was so badass!
The next night...
So badass!
Okay, we're moving on now. The next night, the girls have their first match, and fortunately, it's against the zombies of Graveyard Prep, the slowest team in the league. Easy pickings for our heroes.
I'm just so nervous. I don't want to blow it for the school. Hey, come on, we got this!
Oh, a false start. Monster High is disqualified.
Oh man, I can't wait to put this online.
Or not.
Oh, I'm cashing in my free reference now!
Oh, all right. Go ahead.
Yes! Hit it! That's a good reference. Worth it.
Unfortunately, the disqualification essentially makes the girls the laughingstocks of the school. And who else should be at the forefront than Toralei?
Huh, I can't tell if it's funny, sad, or both.
Thank you, Abby. Another way to shut a troll's mouth.
Lose 2 more times, we'll miss the playoffs, and our season will officially be over.
And it's not getting any easier. Our next game is against the Vampire Academy. They're really good.
Wait a minute. The Vampire Academy still exists? I thought they merged with the Monster High 2 movies back. That doesn't make any sense, unless it's another plot hole.
Oh, well, that's easy enough to check. Hang on.
Starting Monday, we will be opening our doors to the vampires from Belfry Prep.
Oh, okay. It's a different vampire school. Never mind.
While the girls figure out what to do next, Claude comes up to their table.
We have to try.
Hey,
Hey, Claude.
Also customary greeting.
can I talk to you for a sec?
Unfortunately, Claude's not exactly there to lend support.
I'm not helping you injure yourself. Matter of fact, as your boyfriend, I won't let you play.
Well, I guess that settles it then.
Whew, finally. I'm sorry, but this is for your own good.
playing because it's important. Okay, so I'm not very good, I'm not tall or fast or strong, but my friends need me, and I'm not going to just quit and let them down. I'm not that kind of monster.
Claude, I liked you 2 movies back. You don't get to pull the I'm your boyfriend and you should do what I say card. Seriously, there are couples that don't act this way toward their loved ones. I mean, yes, there are some that do, but not all of them do that type of crap. You support them for what they want to do, no matter how weird it is. You don't pull that crap on them.
However, while Claude's approach is softer, there are a couple of other dicks around who aren't anywhere near as nice.
Can you girls reenact your epic fail from Friday? My FriedTube subscribers are begging for more crashing and burning.
I'm so sorry about that, Sugars. I was just working on my moves. I didn't see you there. Now, you better run along now and clean yourselves up.
Operetta, don't ever change.
So, attracted by the fact that the girls are bucking tradition, Operetta joins the team. And it appears that with great awesomeness comes great egotism.
And that, my friends, is a new record. Woohoo! What's the big idea? You ran over your own teammate to win? Who cares how you win? as long as you win.
It's not the point, mate. And there is no I in team.
Well, there sure enough is one in win. But
The girls argue with one another until Claude comes in, finally shedding his ashholeness and starts training them for their next match, which they lose once more.
However, the frustration at losing despite the improved training turns out to have a silver lining, because while all of this has been going on, Ghoulie has been collecting assorted mechanical parts she's found all over the track, and when Claude knocks over a stack of tires, the one piece that's been missing is found.
Can I try? I have some family experience with this whole reanimation dealio.
Frankie. I'm Rebecca. Rebecca Steam. What happened?
Oh, did we forget to mention Rebecca's a steam-powered robot? Because that's what she is. She's a steampunk robot, and that's how it's portrayed in her design. The creators did very well keeping the theme of steampunk, but also giving her this cool robotic feel, especially the way they have deer-like eyes. It feels perfect, and the creators did a good job on it.
The last thing I remember, I was racing against the Gargoyles. Two of them came right at me and then lights out.
Wait, no one actually thought to rebuild Rebecca over the last 100 years? Why? I mean, it couldn't be that hard. All her pieces are scattered all around the stadium. I mean, this literally makes no sense until the characters actually found her and rebuilt her. This is literally a plot hole unto itself.
Yeah, that one kind of is. I mean, there's a couple of ways we could explain it. I mean, maybe they didn't think they could find all the parts at the time, or maybe her dad was the only one who could rebuild her. According to Rebecca's official backstory, her father built her and then vanished shortly thereafter. But, you know, the fact that we even have the room to speculate on this kind of indicates a little bit of sloppy writing.
The girls invite Rebecca to join the team, but she's missing her balance module, which allows her to stay stable when skating, so she can't play. But she does join the team as a coach, and she has a different philosophy than Claude.
Plus, Rebecca's team has rocket boots. Rocket boots? And a different philosophy. Okay, I'm gonna do it. She's awesome! Yeah! Awesomeness! Woo!
I tried to beat the boys by playing like them. I wasn't true to myself, and look what happened to me. So, if you want to beat the boys, you gotta play like girls.
Cue the fashion montage. What? I'm pointing the wrong way? Oh. Fashion montage! Oh yeah! That's right! Hey Khan, how long did this movie take to have their new doll line out?
28 minutes and 51 seconds. Congratulations, Mattel! You've just set a new world's record for restraining your marketing department. Before their next game, the Gargoyles show up to taunt our heroes, but it turns out one of the Granite City players has a secret that they're tired of hiding.
Yeah, we wanted to witness the end of Monster High up close. Right, Rock?
That is enough.
A girl?
Yes, I am. I am Rochelle.
We were playing with a girl.
You did. Not anymore. I quit your team. You have inspired me to be myself. I have already put in for the transfer.
Hell yeah, that was a nice reveal. She is not a man, but a woman. Actually, I feel like this was a homage to Mulan somehow.
Well, this is such short notice and would be impossible for you to join the school right before a match, but you'll sell more toys, so okay.
And so the girls commence to kicking zombie, vampire, and werewolf ass as the new coaching and team members bring the team up to snuff and they claw their way to the finals. And that's why she doesn't sing live, folks.
She's a banshee after all then, huh?
We'll get into that debate in another review.
Realizing that Monster High might actually beat them, the Gargoyles enlist Torali's help in figuring out how to cheat to beat them. Torali goes to spy on the team, right as Operetta has another diva moment. But Claude figures out how to use this to their advantage.
Operetta, I need you over here right now.
What'd I do? What'd I do?
Look, if you're gonna be a part of this team, you need to start acting like it. We need to talk about your attitude problem.
Fine, but I don't have an attitude problem, furball.
Can I just say I really like what they did here in this scene? A lot of kids' movies like this would have had the heroes off privately and coming up with their plan and spelling it out for you. But this movie trusts its audience intelligence enough to be able to do all this communication completely non-verbally. Claude gestures with his head to where Torali is hiding, and as soon as she spots her, Operetta gets it and immediately plays along. This is so subtle that if you were not looking at the screen at the time and just heard the dialogue, you would assume that Operetta was still operating in diva mode rather than playing it up deliberately. In fact, they do it again later where Torali tries to get Operetta to betray the team after Operetta makes a big show about not being happy with the rest of them. Watch Operetta's expressions in this scene.
What's the matter? Shouldn't you be with your team?
I shouldn't be talking to you.
I hear you're the only reason they're even in the finals. Bet they don't even appreciate how great you are, do they?
I heard Claude and Rebecca talking about this special play. They said it would guarantee us the win.
Go on. I'm all ears.
And so, the finals arrive, and with it, the obligatory pregame pep talk.
No matter what happens out there today, I have never been prouder of a group of monsters in my life. And because of you. Because you kept on fighting when everyone told you to give up.
Every little girl who watches tonight and says, I want to do that, nobody can tell them you can't because you're a girl.
What? It's just allergies.
Badass and adorable? Oh my god, I just can't take too much Squeed and just being girly. Feel delighted. Excuse me a minute, Con. Ow.
Now go out there and play like girls!
Now, with the whole school supporting them, Claude sends in Abby, Claudine, and Draculaura to start the race, but Draculaura suffers an attack of nerves and bows out.
The girls hold their own in the race, but one of the Gargoyles manages to take Claudine out in the same way they did Claude earlier in the movie. But while she isn't seriously hurt, Claudine pretends to be injured so Draculaura can be put into the race with Operetta and Rochelle.
And when they come into the home stretch, both teams put their plans into action.
It's all you, sugar!
Alright! It's as if she was born to fly!
Draculaura wins the race by a nose, or rather, a foot, and the Monster High crest is restored. The Gargoyles are about to give their crest when Freaky comes in and tells them to screw addition or else everything's going to happen all over again. The whole crest thing is full of crap and is not necessary at all in this universe or in the game itself. It's just that stupid. Especially when we see Claude holding a trophy.
However, it turns out that the trophy itself has a secret of its own.
My balance module.
And that's how a group of ghouls went toe-to-toe with tradition and made Scream a sport for everyone.
Shut up, Leto. Oh, wait, no. I forced a habit there. Shut up, Frankie.
And so next season, Monster High fields its first co-ed Scream team, with one long-awaited addition.
And in her first game in more than a century, the legendary Rebecca Steele!
Hey, Rebecca, you okay?
Never been better. Let's win this thing!
And that, folks, is Friday Night Frights. So come on, what'd you think?
After the disappointments of Why Do Ghouls Fall in Love and Escape from Skull Shores, this was a welcome change of pace. The story is fun, the message is one everyone, boy or girl, needs to hear, and in terms of construction, everything works beautifully. The pacing is excellent, the gags are funny, and the 3D animation is getting better. The new characters are introduced naturally without feeling crowbarred into the story, and all of the cast are given something to do. Well, with the possible exception of Venus, but there's only so much that you can do in a 45-minute runtime. But overall, this is probably my favorite of these movies so far.
This movie is pretty good. I do like the message that girls can do what guys can, but it doesn't save it from a couple plot holes this film has. I won't say much on the animation, except there's some scenes that have Frankie's skin become flat at some points. Maybe a layer missing, I'm not sure. Rebecca Steen, Rochelle Goyle, and Operetta shine in this film and showcase why they're my favorites in this franchise. Next to Fright On, I recommend you guys check this film out too, if you can stand the weird plot holes.
Nope, doesn't look like the key's coming here this time either.
Nothing yet, but it feels close. I can feel it somehow. Hey! Oh, you get back here!
Come back, you stupid little key. Why did you think keys have to be so difficult? And now you finally stop. Gee. Finally gotcha. But I kind of wonder, why did you stop in the middle of the road?
Got it on my end. It's Rochelle. That makes it 3 on your end and 2 on mine. Got a total of 5 keys so far.
Almost halfway there. But we still have no idea how to use them.
Yeah. Look. I know it sounds risky, but we need to get in touch with Ampersand. There might be more to these keys that he's not telling us about. Especially with the extra paint we just got from today's review.
Oh, God. Alright. I just hope it's worth the hassle.
Where the cool kids rule. Monster, monster high, monster high, monster, monster high. Come on, don't be shy, monster high. A party never dies. Monster high, monster high, monster, monster high. Freaky, chic and fly, monster high. Where student bodies lie.
Vegas got me falling apart. Dracula stealing my heart. Claudine Wolfie make me holler at the moon. Any uniforms fish in this lagoon. Clear the Nile, you so beguiled. Even though you act so vile. And Deuce has stone cold style. These are my boobs, my skeleton crew. A little strange, but so are you.
Don't you want to be a monster too?
Oh, freaky just got fabulous. Everybody wants a piece of you.
Alright. Hey Casey, I'm not wearing pants.